Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 77 of Dragonball Speak. I'm doing this out of order, but I'm going to commit now because we already screwed up one intro. This is a show where we review Dragon Ball Z 3 episodes at a time. We rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. Sorry we're late. I'll explain in a moment. In the meantime, welcome to Dragon Ball Speak episode 77.
Who are you? Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
You got to introduce yourself.
I said I'm Brandon.
Oh, did you?
I don't know.
I'm Wesley.
Leslie?
Wesley, and this is...
Yeah!
We fused. We're
the fat version.
Bresley. Yeah.
Bresley. Yeah. We're like the fat Bresley that can't move.
Yeah.
Okay.
That checks out.
So here's the thing. We're late. It happens. I got sick again. It was not COVID the second time, but I feel still actually quite bad after like 8 days of being sick. And I also feel a little stupid in my brain and foggy-headed and tired. I've had a hard time at work lately.
And he stinks.
I probably do. Had a long night at work last night. Worked a night last night, and then I babysat my nephew all day. Shout out to my nephew. He watches the show.
What's up? What's up, nephew?
He calls me Uncle Bebe. Anyway, more importantly, however, thank you to our patrons that support us on Patreon. Please check out our Patreon. Thank you to Brian Kazmala, Aiden Wabel, and Rai Pato, 1992. Rai Pato, 1992. Is now 30 years old.
Yeah, he is.
Quick shout out to him. Speaking of which, it is confirmed that on August... So we're watching Dragon Ball Superhero on August 19th. Not we, but I and my brother Ryan, who you've seen before if you're a longtime fan of the show. As a result, we will be doing a review of Superhero, I think the next day, or I think we're going to be recording it and posting it the Sunday after the 19th. Stick with me. But keep an eye out for that, please.
No invite. I didn't get an invite. In case you were wondering why Wesley, who some say is the heart of Dragon Ball Speak, didn't. If he's not there, that's why I didn't get an invite. I'm speaking in third person now.
That devolved very quickly. But first, we've got Return to Otherworld. But first, I want to ask you the more interesting question, which is Fusion.
Yeah.
How you feeling about it?
I don't like it.
Oh, no.
I don't like it. They've turned it into like a joke. I don't like where they're going with it. Again, it's all too fast. There's no proper build up. It doesn't feel earned. And then it's kind of like made to be like a punching bag joke. I don't like it.
They at least had to work for it.
Off screen, kind of. Yeah, sure.
Oh, it was on screen.
For like a minute.
I feel like we saw them doing it so many times that I wanted to rip my eyes out.
Yeah, but like in the span of like 3 minutes on a single episode. And really all they were doing was just practicing a dance. Like that, you and me could fuse right now if we just learned the dance.
We did at the beginning of this episode.
That's actually true. I wish if I was a better video editor, well, someone with more time because I could do this, I would fuse us.
With Photoshop or with...
No, like effects. I would add like some animation around us, like some little...
We did have a big fan 4-stick moment.
Yeah, we did.
Like kind of like the name thing. They were like, "Well, what should we call him? Should it be Trunkton?
And
should
then
it be
Go Trunks?"
And I will say this. First off, I hate the name Gotenks.
Yep, it's pretty bad. In their defense, I don't really know what would have been better.
I think Go Trunks is better.
That's fine.
You really don't have many options, but
yeah.
Let's talk about Return to Otherworld. I think we have not a whole lot to talk about this episode, but it will be incredibly entertaining, so stay tuned. Don't let that discourage you. We start off with Baba being worried about Earth because she thinks Majin Buu will destroy it, but Goku, who is with her, reaffirms that the fusion will be enough. He really thinks that fusion will be enough.
Spoilers. It wasn't, Goku.
Maybe not yet.
Not even close, actually.
Goku he's there with King Yemma again. Gives me big Saiyan Saga vibes.
Yeah, it actually did bring me back a bit. I was like, I
Seeing
ain't
Snake
seen King.
Way.
It actually surprised me when they panned out and you see King Yama's giant and Goku small. I was like, oh yeah, that's how this is.
And we got he flew over Snake Way a little bit, which gave us bad memories.
That was years ago for us. Like,
Oh
Dragon
yeah,
Ball speak.
probably 2 years and like 9 months ago.
That's crazy.
So I would have been, what is it even? I would have been 20 years old, 21. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm 23 right now. So yeah, 20.
23 minus 2 is 21. Yeah.
2.9.
Mm.
Good question. My birthday's in November. Scorp Gang, rise up.
Scorpio gang.
But he asked King Yemma if Gohan died, and he's like, I don't have time for this. But then he's like, no, Gohan didn't die. And so then Goku instant transmissions to Kai World, the Supreme Kai sacred grounds, if you will.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I just don't get it. I think it's fine because it's like they did imply that this is like on another plane, right?
Yeah.
So like King Kai's world, the Grand Kai's world, the Supreme Kai's world, they're all like kind of in the other world plane, so to speak. But it's like Gohan's there and he's a live mortal, but now Goku's there who is dead in Otherworld. And it's like, if Goku felt Gotenks energy, who's to say that he could not just instant transmission to Earth?
Yeah, these are all important questions that I suspect we will not get answers to.
I don't think there's an answer. I think it's kind of just whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I'm
So you think that Goku should have just been like out of the picture, basically?
Yeah, I think it's on my next episode.
Did
I
you
wrote a note, but I said Goku being with Gohan kind of lessens the stakes for me. Like, it's just like I don't know. Like, they can't get rid of Goku for even a little bit.
They got rid of him for a little bit in the high school days.
Yeah, that's true. But like, we were still catching up with them, and I don't know. Like, I want to see. They didn't really have a reason to need Goku there. Like, I like the idea that they need someone like Goku, but don't have access to him. And then, like, what do you do with that struggle? And instead, Goku kind of just gets to go wherever he wants now. Being dead has no real cons to it. You know, you get to go see your son on another plane. You can come to Earth and hang out with everybody for 52 episodes over 24 hours.
But now we have to assume that he will not be able to like go with Gohan to Earth to fight Majin Buu. He just has to.
Yeah, well, do we have to assume? Who knows? I mean, you know, like, what are the rules of this Goku?
Well, I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I actually genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
So do you? Okay, well then, do you foresee like Goku getting left behind, or do you think he's just gonna be able to like go back with him?
I think he's gonna be like watching in the clouds or something and talking to them somehow. I don't think this show will end. I don't think Buu will be defeated without Goku being present in some way, which is fine. I like Goku a lot.
What about Vegeta? You think he's actually gone for the rest of the series?
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot Vegeta was gone.
Where'd you think he was?
Well, I just like hadn't thought about him.
No, I don't blame you.
because he died and they left it at that, which
It's impressive.
respectable.
I mean they tried with Goku, but
Yeah, it's just the thing with Goku is like it turns this show into like with comic books or like things like that where like no one really dies unless you see like their head chopped off or they're burned alive or something like that. Like they die and you're like, okay, we're gonna see them return. And like it's cool that Goku does that, but like at some point I think we should like let these characters be who they are without Goku for a bit.
Interesting theory or opinion. At least with Vegeta, they said that he can't come back, so to speak, because he wasn't able to keep his body like Goku was.
Yeah, he's in hell. He's like burning alive probably, or he's just hanging out with those two dudes.
Gaz and Mez.
And Mez.
Can we just do Gaz and Mez speak?
I think we can actually.
Please. I want to go back.
I want to eat some Chicago Italian beefs with them. I feel like they would love that.
Is that a reference or is that just?
No, I mean,
you want to know what that makes me think of? Italian beef makes me think of Jessica from Love Is Blind season 1. She goes, "Oh my god, I make the best Italian beef."
Shout out to Love Is Blind season 1. Jessica is
the best person alive.
That is
as far as I'm concerned.
A wild season of television.
It is. If you have not watched that, Please watch it.
After this, it's almost as entertaining as Dragon Ball Speak, which says a lot.
I would say it is third. Dragon Ball Speak is the most entertaining show in the world. Second is probably...
That part in Endgame where Captain America picks up the hammer.
No. Second, I think it's going to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3.
Yeah, that's actually true. Because when Agent Coulson fights the bad guys, it is so sick.
Ghost Rider's there. Is he? I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Eventually. There's someone named Quake.
I'm sorry for that horrible joke. Sometimes I go for the setup, and then 50% of the time, I'm ready for the spike, and the other 50%, I am just digging through nothingness.
I like that you said sometimes you set up the joke, and then 50% of the times you nail the spike. So, like, in this metaphor, you are setting yourself up for a spike and then missing. So you're just whiffing hard sometimes. 50% of the time you say, and then the other 50% of the time you do what everyone is able to do, which is set the ball and hit it.
I think you need to set it for me more often. You're not really supporting me, or
you want to do this right now?
Let's do this now. I'm starting to think.
I don't want to fuse with you anymore.
Well, you're gonna have to wait 27 more minutes. Sorry, guys. Anyway, we go to blind. Oh yeah, the boys are sleepy. Oh yeah, Goku. So he's there with Gohan now. He says, Gohan asked about Super Saiyan 3. Don't know how he knows about it. I don't remember if it showed Gohan sensing him.
It didn't.
Okay, so he just knows about it. And then Goku says, I'll show you how to do it. And then they have not since talked about it or addressed that.
Yeah, you would think, like, with Goku there, that Gohan would kind of peace out and just be like, okay, well, Dad's here, so we're going to go learn Super Saiyan 3 because this sword, not really doing it. Also, don't really know why I'm messing with the sword.
The boys are sleepy. Piccolo gets mad because he needs to train them. So
it's like out of character mad. He
does the same thing to Gohan.
That's fair, but he goes to 10 immediately. God forbid these like 8-year-olds take a little nappy.
Well, the world is dying. The world is dying, Cloud. The world is dying.
I was like, what Dragon Ball Z character is that? But that is a reference to Final Fantasy VII remake.
Those Shinra effers are the Mako is killing the world, Cloud.
Hey, Cloud.
Is that Tifa or Aerith?
No, that's Tifa. Aerith is probably more like a.
We go to Blind Kid Tommy. Rate Blind Kid Tommy on a scale of 1 to 10.
I actually wrote about him.
Tell me everything.
Tommy is Kid Goku in hiding.
I don't know what that means.
He sounds like Kid Goku. Kind of looks like if it's like a Kid Goku put on a little costume. It kind of I actually really liked this little part of the episode.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very good part. Tell me what you think about it. So what happened?
So Tommy is a blind kid walking, and Boo appears, and he's like, you should be scared of me. And Tommy's like, well, I can't see you, so I don't really know. And also, you kind of sound like Elmo, so you're not that scary. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to show you how scary I am by giving you your eyesight back. So he gives him his eyesight back, and then Tommy opens his eyes, and he has that beautiful moment where he sees things for the first time, and he's crying, and he's so happy. And he sees Boo, and he's like, oh my gosh, I see you. You're my savior. And Boo's like, are you scared of me? And he's like, no, you saved me, blah, blah, blah. And then they have this nice little budding friendship. And then jump cut, boom, they're sitting on a cliff looking at the, the sunset, eating sea salt ice cream. It's awesome. And they're not actually eating sea salt ice cream. That's a reference to Kingdom Hearts 2 and other various games in the Kingdom Hearts
best song
series. Ever
created. What is it called? It's from Kingdom Hearts 2. It's
Sanctuary? Oh, that's just Twilight
Lazy
Town.
Afternoons.
Lazy Afternoons. Yeah.
Yeah. They use that a lot in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
They do.
That was my favorite Kingdom Hearts game as a kid. Anyway.
And yeah, basically they're having like this little nice moment where Boo's like showing a little bit of like some heart and some goodness, and Tommy's like, man, you're a good dude. You saved me. You're a good man. And Boo's like, what? Boo's a good man? This is awesome. And then they're talking about how they look different. And Boo's like, am I hideous? And Tommy doesn't say no. He just says, you're beautiful on the inside, which is a way to say,
yes,
you are ugly on the outside. And I was like, oh, Boo's going to turn here. This is where Boo, the whole time I was just waiting for Boo to blast this kid's face, like just destroy him. Mm-hmm. And it didn't happen. Instead, they try to eat a coin. Boo tries to eat a coin that Tommy gives him, and he's like, this is no good. So he flies off to give him milk, and Tommy doesn't know that the milk is made of human. It's a human turned into milk.
There are some implications.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, Boo's not completely evil. There's like a spark of good in him, although I do think he's done too much evil to be redeemable at this point. I think he's killed probably millions, definitely millions. We've got confirmation in the next episode. But yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if Boo, if he had a better upbringing, aka not bibbity bobbity boobity, maybe he would be, maybe he'd be a good guy. But he has he wants to destroy things really bad. And then out of nowhere, he just dips from Tommy and just goes back to blowing things up. And we don't see Tommy again or hear about him again. And Boo is just the little bad guy he is.
Yeah, so do you see this going anywhere, or do you think this is just like adding a layer to the character of Boo? Much needed layer.
I think it's a mix of the two. I thought it was going somewhere because I do think it's a layer, but I don't think we're going to address that anytime soon. Because he does get right back to just killing, mowing towns down.
If he were to turn good, like, where does the arc go in your opinion? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like, the thing is like, he should not be redeemed. Like, he can turn good, but like, they still need to kill him or do something with him because this dude has murdered probably the most people of anyone in the show so far. Well, Frieza's destroyed planets, but
I know. I get what you're saying on screen.
like
whatever.
he's killing millions.
Cell more or less did the same thing, but I hear you.
Yeah.
That's it for Tommy. Gohan is getting better with the Z Sword. Aren't you excited to see what the Z Sword does?
I'm so excited to see what the Z Sword does.
Let's check it out in episode 250. First off, what did you rank it?
4 out of 7.
I gave it a 4 out of 7 as well.
Look at us.
It was average, but I enjoyed it, especially the Tommy stuff. Out from the broken sword.
Spoilers. This is why I don't get to look at the episode titles before they play, before the show starts.
We're having a hard time, guys.
Yeah, we are.
Look, it's 9:30 at night.
If the lighting doesn't indicate that we're doing this a little later, yeah, we are.
And we have both had a hard week.
Yes.
But Wesley's back to work. Congrats, everyone. Beat Wesley off in the comments.
Yes, but still subscribe to our Patreon because ideal world, this Patreon blows up and me and Brandon don't ever actually have to like do work again and we can just speak for the rest of our lives.
If only. So Android 18 says she's dreaming about fusion. It hasn't been a day. She's like, I dreamed about fusion last night.
That's what I'm saying. The fusion stuff, we don't have any logic infused with it. It came out of nowhere. It's still coming out of nowhere. Now people are talking about it out of nowhere as if it's this thing that we've been around. I'm being gaslit by Toriyama. I don't like it.
Is it something that you are able to appreciate for rule of cool?
No, I don't think it's cool.
Yeah. So they're playing cards on the lookout. They're just kind of like dicking around. And then we cut back to then they're practicing fusion and
incredible
fusion ha, fusion
musical
ha.
transition by way of Bruce Falconer.
It is.
There's like the little happy music when they're playing cards, and then we cut to the Z Sword like spinning through the air. And I don't know what he did on the synth or whatever, but the song's just like, and then it cuts right into Super Saiyan 2 theme, which is the best theme in the show, probably.
Best theme.
Cell's theme is right under there, maybe tied. I don't know, but this Super Saiyan 2 theme is so good, and the renditions in these episodes, it's the best part of these episodes.
Actually, top 5 themes goes as follows: Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Vegeta, and then Super Saiyan 1, and then. That's all I got. Top 4.
You're not okay. You're just gonna dismiss Cell's theme like it's not.
Cell's theme is the one I meant to say is number
God
5.
tier.
They're practicing with the Z Sword. Yes, the music is good, and Gohan is good, and then so Goku decides, hey, let's cut a rock. Let's put these skills to the test. He slices through it like butter, but then Supreme Kai is like, okay, let's do this. I'm feeling great about the Z Sword, so let's throw Kachin at it.
A lot of questions around this.
That is the strongest metal in the universe.
Yeah. So he just pulls it out of thin air.
Well, he's like a god. He's not a god, but he's like a...
We're not even going to try to pull anything out of thin air for fighting against Boo. We're just going to... He's not even going to try.
Like what?
Kachin. Could Boo get through Kachin?
Probably not.
Yeah, put it on him.
Like around him?
Drop that thing on him.
Oh, like drop it on him.
Yeah.
Well, if you squish him, I don't think he would die.
Yeah, but if he can't get up from under the Kachin...
He would dig.
Shit.
I was thinking more like a hollow cube.
That too, like a gelatinous cube, like D&D.
Like a yes, like yeah. Anyway, And it destroys the Z sword. I think this is really funny.
I think it's funny too. And now it's a Z dagger. They joke.
That was a good joke. That was an actual good joke that got a chuckle out of me. You had high hopes for the Z sword. You really, but it amounted to nothing. Much like your complaint about Super Saiyan 3.
I should have known. But I don't know. Trunks had a sword. In my head, I'm like, is this the sword that Trunks gets one day kind of thing? Because we've seen future Trunks with a sword. Kid Trunks doesn't have a sword. I was putting the pieces together, going detective mode, going sicko mode, really, as you've all seen in previous episodes of Dragon Ball Speak. Mm-hmm. And it, amounted to nothing.
So I guarantee you, when they wrote in the Z sword initially, the plan was not to have it shatter.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think it was probably just screw it. Yeah, now this guy's in here.
Swords are cool.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now daggers are in.
Yeah, well, now old people that are basically Master Roshi are in because Elder Supreme Kai jumps out. He is 15 generations prior to our current Supreme Kai. He's been trapped in the sword the whole time, waiting for someone to break him free. Some terrible foe that we will never see sealed him in this sword. He's basically like Master Roshi, and now...
A little less horny, but horny nonetheless.
Correct. And so now his whole thing is that if Goku gets Bulma to kiss him, he will unlock Gohan's potential. The recurring theme of Gohan's character is that he has more potential than most other fighters because of his emotions and because of his natural skill. However, if you recall, we were on a planet called Namek once upon a dream. And there was a man named Super Elder. It's the Elder Guru.
Oh my God, yeah.
Guru unlocked all of Gohan's latent potential.
Yeah, but now there's more latent potential.
I see. Why is that?
Because sometimes when you're writing a show and you come up with an idea, you decide to throw in a little curveball.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually know if Supreme Roshi's going to do anything.
Yeah, so that was my next question. Yes, obviously it looks really stupid. He's dancing around him and he's making funny noises, and I chuckled at this also because I'm a sucker. But what do you think? Is this going anywhere, or is this going to be another Z Sword situation?
I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So far this arc, everything that I think is going somewhere goes nowhere, so I'm now being trained by Toriyama to believe that this Supreme Roshi will amount to nothing but some funny gags.
So then what do you actually think is going to happen this arc? So if you think Gohan's going to be useless, you think Fusion has failed, Goku can't go back, is it just I
really don't know at this point.
Dead in the water?
I really don't know at this point. I presume we still haven't seen the Super Saiyan fusion. Maybe that's the key. Is the two of them fuse while they're Super Saiyan.
They were strong enough to hit Boo and stuff.
Yeah, they were. They definitely... I think with some proper training, they could have. They survived Boo's attack. That's not something most people can say.
True.
But who knows?
That's it for the episode. They're about to be ready to fuse. They fuse next episode, spoilers. What did you rate it?
4 out of 7 stars.
I gave it another 4. It was still a good episode. It was funny and it was entertaining and there was some plot, but overall, not a whole lot happened.
We're moving along.
And we're finally on episode 251, Gotenks is born. Now, I'd like to reiterate, we chatted about this very briefly, but we're 42 episodes away from the series being finished.
Yeah, that doesn't seem normal.
And at that point, Dragon Ball Speak is, I'd like to officially announce, moving on to Dragon Ball Super.
What?
Once again, 3 episodes at a time every week, so there won't even be a break. But hit our Patreon up if you're excited to see that.
Also, if you know how to do animation, we would love to get an animated intro.
We really could use that or something.
We paid for one once on one of those random, what was it, Fiverr or something?
It wasn't Fiverr, it was through Twitter, and we basically got scammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Gotenks is born. Oolong appears.
You can't be an episode that starts with Oolong.
Long time no pig.
Long time no pig. That is awesome. Yeah, that's the best thing you've ever said in the show.
I was ready.
That's gonna be, if we ever make shirts, that's gonna be the shirt.
Please.
Long time no pig.
We really need to. This is basically everyone's sitting there playing cards, but all of a sudden they're ready to fuse, so everyone gets up to go watch. We get our Fan Four Stick moment that I mentioned. The fusion music, I don't know why I said this weird. The fusion music starts as the Super Saiyan 3 theme remixed, kind of like a low key version of it.
Yeah.
But then it turns into like a not so good theme.
That is true.
And then we get Fat Boy Gotenks.
Yeah.
What was your initial thoughts? Obviously disappointment.
I wrote South Park looking ass.
Cartman.
Yeah, big Cartman vibes.
Eric Cartman.
They even kind of like designed specifically his face, specifically the way Cartman has like neck and then like the chin. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just how you draw bigger people, but like, it just reminded me of South Park. It's not what I expected at all, to be honest.
Were you worried that was like going to be it?
No, I knew like
because it showed them do it wrong.
Yeah, I knew it was being played for like a joke.
Yeah, a lot of body shaming this episode.
Oh my god, yeah.
People like Wesley and I don't appreciate that. Super Saiyan 3 remix I already mentioned, and then so obviously it didn't work. They're kind of like cracking jokes about it, and they say, "What is your name?" And like this moment makes me cringe so hard when he's like, "Gotenks."
Gotenks.
It's like, dude, this not very good.
And Gotenks is a little asshole.
Yeah, he's also very stupid.
Yeah, I do like that it's both voices coming through.
It's funny.
Nice touch. Annoying. Immediately afterwards, I was like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't stay. It does. It's annoying.
That's
it's
the one thing I don't like about Fusion, actually.
Yeah, let's try it. What should we say?
We should say
Dragon Ball Speak is the best podcast ever.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Dragon Ball Speak is the best podcast ever.
See, not very fun to listen to.
Actually, I think ours is better, and we had a little bit of a harmony at the end.
Then he tries it again, and he's skinny and old.
Yeah. Funny. You got me. Again.
And then he does it again, and it actually works. And what do you think? Okay, first off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fusion time. It's fusion time. Yeah. But now it's time for you to rate that fit.
Fit check. It's fine.
You do like the vest?
It's fine. I don't know. It's okay. I don't understand how the clothes fuse. I also don't really care. I just don't like the design that much. I don't know.
Do you like the gray and the black hair?
No.
Yeah.
Gives me Bride of Frankenstein vibes.
Yeah, I don't love Gotenks' design.
Yeah,
or name.
It's just
or
forgettable.
Character.
It's kind of forgettable. Not really what I thought we would get fusing the two of them. I thought we'd get something a little cooler, but it's okay. You know, is Gotenks in Fighters?
Yes,
that's cool.
Yep. From when I used to back in the beginning, like around when the game came out, he was like one of the best characters. But I don't think that's really the case anymore because the DLC power creep. Anyway, so Boo's playing with boats. Gotenks is fused. So Gotenks is born, and he immediately is so cocky that he thinks that he can kill Boo without even turning Super Saiyan. Immediately, he F's off, as they say, and leaves. And Piccolo is upset but can't do anything about it.
It doesn't make sense. These characters know the threat.
They're like 5 years old or something.
That's fair. I don't know.
And they act a lot like Vegeta. So like a lot of Trunks is coming through to me personality-wise.
Yeah, but I don't think Trunks is very Vegeta in that regard.
He's more Vegeta than Goten is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Gotenks loses almost instantly. He gets a couple hits in, but then he gets beat up really bad. And then there's this military thing. And can we just talk?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that this brings up.
I think that the military attacking the villain has been boring since Nappa.
Yeah, because it's useless and it's somehow so late. This dude has killed millions. Okay, I guess it's only been a day. See, that throws everything off.
Yeah,
but still, if you like nuked 4 different cities, there's no world where the military pulls up 24 hours later with like what, 20 tanks and a helicopter. I don't really know what the world would do or the military would do, but I know it would be more than 20 tanks and a helicopter.
I just hate when I know a show is wasting my time. Like, there's no question. Like, I know when a tank rolls up on a Dragon Ball Z villain, it is wasting my time.
Get this. Have you ever seen a villain just lay waste to the military immediately, though?
I saw Nappa do it.
Oh, shit. What about anybody
and
else?
Cell and Boo. Yeah, I bet Frieza would have done it too if that was on Earth.
Yeah, Frieza would have blown up the planet.
True. It would have took 5 minutes. Gotenks loses. You have not lost all hope, I hear, because he can still go Super Saiyan. Now, do you think it'll be Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, just regular Super Saiyan? Do you think he's capable of going further beyond, so to speak?
Gotenks or Trunks?
Gotenks.
Well, Trunks is only done Super
One.
Saiyan.
They've both only done one. The only people who've done Super Saiyan 2.
Super Saiyan 2 is Gohan, and then Super
Gohan,
Saiyan 3 is
Goku, and Vegeta have done
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 2. Goku has done Super Saiyan 3. The boys have only done Super Saiyan 1. But they are multiplied together in power significantly.
I don't think they're going to Super Saiyan as Gotenks.
At all. They said they're going to next episode.
No, I think they're going to Super Saiyan and then fuse.
Well, regardless,
Yeah.
you think it'll just be like Super Saiyan 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this show could just give them both Super Saiyan 2 like it's nothing, and then they just have Super Saiyan 2. We did it with Super Saiyan 3. A little salty about the Super Saiyan 3 if you can't tell.
I still am because I just love the design.
There's
cool.
a movie. It's a really, really cool design.
There's a movie that we can watch relatively soon that uses it really well.
What is it called?
Can't tell you.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of spoilery.
They are spoiling everything with all these titles.
But
aren't
I
they?
know you'll love the design of the villain. The villain's name is Janemba. He's in Fighters as DLC.
Janemba.
Yep, you've never seen him, I promise.
Is he purple?
Yep. Purple and red.
No, I haven't seen him.
He looks like a demon or something.
Oh, I'm actually just thinking of Deborah.
He's not purple.
Deborah. He's not purple, but for some reason I'm just seeing a purple Deborah.
I'm thinking of Deborah, like the lady that works the front desk at the office.
Which one?
At an office.
True.
Deborah feels like a receptionist name.
It does. Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
That's
Deborah.
fair. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 77. I do wish we had a little
What'd
more
you give
energy.
that one?
3.
I gave it 4.
Dude, I was bored.
Yeah,
The only good
Gotenks
part was the successful fusion.
we kind of glossed over it, but Gotenks is like a little piece of shit.
Yeah, it's
He's
very
cocky, and then all he does is just like call Boo fat. Boo, I don't even think Boo has a concept of that. Also, like, you fucked around and found out quick, and now you look like a loser.
I just don't like him.
I don't like his attitude.
Yeah.
He's just a lazy millennial.
He just doesn't want to work anymore.
He wants to go save the world.
So yeah, I'm, not super stoked about these 3 episodes. I also wish we would have had a little more energy in general this podcast, but real life happens, and but we are still here. We did not miss an episode. It was just late by a couple days. Episode 78 will be uploading Saturday.
For as tired as we are, I think we actually kind of crushed this one. Like, we probably seem a little lower energy.
I am still feeling sick.
Prior to filming this, we were both pretty zombie. We were pretty
zombie. It's like Rob Zombie, Living Dead Girl.
Burn through the witches and dig through the ditches and down through the sin of my Dracula.
I don't know that song. I know Living Dead Girl.
I don't know that song.
I don't like it.
When I was younger, my family and I would go bowling at the bowling alley, and they had like a jukebox, and I would always play Feel Good Inc.
I don't like
by
that
the
song
Gorillaz. That's really not okay. Barbie Girl or Barbie by Aqua.
either. The Barbie Girl song?
Yeah.
Don't like that song.
And then I would also play Dragula by Rob Zombie.
Don't know it. Probably don't like it.
You do know Dragula for sure.
You do know.
You do know Dragula.
For our Patreon
Borat.
supporters, this month is the first month that you actually got charged. Therefore, you will be getting your benefits this month. It should be, actually will be, generally speaking, around the middle of the month. And so over the next week or so, you will be getting those benefits. So for those of you who get the shout out, obviously you're getting the shout out still. For those of you who are Zooming with us, we look forward to speaking with you. And for those of you who are getting something in the mail, we got something very special cooked up for you, as well as a special episode. Can I say what we're going to talk about this month? We are going to be talking about Death Note in our special episode this month.
I'm watching it for the first time.
I love it. He's watching it for the first time. I've read it and watched it. It's one of my favorite of all time. It's one of my fautes. Instead of greatest of all time, it's favorites of all time.
Favorites of all time.
It's one of my faves. And so we're going to talk about Death Note a little bit, possibly a little bit of One Piece, because I am in the Sabaudi Archipelago arc, and Wesley is...
I'm heading to Logtown.
Is in Logtown almost. So a little bit of One Piece to talk about. I'm on episode 404.
And I'm on episode 45.
Pretty big difference.
I'll be caught up in no time. Don't you worry.
You son of a...
It's only
You're not
900 hours to catch up.
You're not catching up on nothing. It's not. It's 300 hours for the entire series.
Last night, so okay, we're gonna.
If you skip filler,
it's okay. Him and Ryan's watched all of it, or is caught up basically. Ryan, his brother, my brother-in-law. Brandon's watching it to catch up. We're all watching it because of Ryan and his wife. They love One Piece. I'm trying to catch up. It's obviously going a lot slower. I picked it up last night after not watching for a few months, and I watched one episode in bed, and then I got tired. It was a late night. I had AirPods in, and it's also reading because subtitles, and that puts me to sleep. Not the show's fault. In my head, I was like, I'm going to catch up to Brandon and Ryan, and they're not even going to know it. I'm just going to one day be like, I'm on episode 500. Where are you guys at? And then you're going to be like, whoa!
I love talking
I'm saying
about it
that now
too
because I
much.
don't think I will be able to do that. But I am going to try my darndest.
I'm telling you though, when it gets you, like when in the beginning of an arc, when they hooks you, you will want to binge. Like you've got the bad, so to speak, out of the way, and so like, but then you'll probably take a little break, like I do. I take a break pretty much every arc that I finish, and then I'll take like a month or whatever, and then once I get the hankering for a spankerin again,
Ooh, you call daddy.
yeah, I call Dad, aka my brother Ryan, and then we go to his house and watch it. I will say, like, it's had its ups and downs, like any show, but overall, I am very pleased with the fact that it really only gets better with time.
When I get to episode 200, which is where the shift from 4.3 to 16.9 happens, it's over for y'all bitches. I'm gonna catch up so fast. I get why 4.3 was a thing, but like I really don't like 4.3.
Yeah, it never bothered me.
I mean, it does me. Also, a lot of bands are making music videos in 4.3 these days. We should stop.
Do you skip the intros or do you watch them?
The
the
theme,
music, the songs?
I haven't skipped it once.
Never do.
I like
You
it.
never should.
I like it. I will say, unfortunately, of all the anime I watch, which is not much, My Hero, Death Note, and One Piece. Yeah, it's everything. Dragon Ball Z has like the worst. It's by far the worst. The one we're getting. I know there's Cha La La that is apparently good. I've never actually listened to it.
You've heard it plenty of times.
I've heard like lo-fi versions of it.
It's really nothing special. The thing is, well, it's a good song or whatever, but the intro, this is pre like anime intros being good. Actually, never mind, because the first One Piece intro is amazing.
Also, Dragon Ball, one of the greatest theme songs of all time.
Very good point. I do think the Dragon Ball anime was made after the Dragon Ball Z anime, wasn't it? Or was that just the dub came super late?
I don't know. I think Dragon Ball came before Z because the animation's definitely like much earlier.
You're probably right. I probably just majorly effed up. But the thing is the dub did not come till way later. That is a fact, I think. Or
Which
maybe
means
I think the anime didn't come to the US until after Z.
And
I
the
can't
dub,
remember.
the song that I like is English, so maybe the Japanese
It's
song.
pretty much the same in
Oh,
Japanese.
okay. Well, then it's a banger.
I will say GT, for all its faults, has a really good intro. But the best Dragon Ball intro of all time, it's tied. Dragon Soul, which you have heard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Limit Break X Survivor.
That sounds like a fighting game.
It's like a fighting intro, and it's really, really good.
What is the? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's probably my most replayed song on my running playlist. I enjoy running, for those of you who don't know me. Sometimes. Anyway.
What is your favorite anime? Is it OP? OP is what they call it?
Yeah, I think...
Of all time.
I think We Are from One Piece. This is all stuff that could have been on a Patreon episode, but too late now. I love the Death Note one, but that's not up there, I guess. My favorite ever is probably... Oh my
I have
God.
one in my head,
Odd
and I'm
Future.
like, okay, I was about to say,
Odd
I was
Future.
like, he hasn't mentioned Odd Future once.
Odd
but
Future,
that is,
My Hero. Dude, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter say that it's not a very good intro. I'm like, you have to be a moron.
that's crazy. I will say the real version of the song is not as good. It's still pretty good. But like the
intro version is the best.
The intro version, like with like the build up and all that, it's so good.
It's so good.
I'm gonna listen to that tonight.
It hasn't. My Hero has not had a good intro since that intro.
I think I like the one that came after it, and I remember us talking about it because you didn't like it.
The first Dragon Ball Super one also is pretty weak. It's a lot better than what we have now, though. I think you're gonna like it. I just don't love it.
Ours is just the same. Like we've had the same one,
dude, and it's just not fun to listen to. It's not cool to look at.
No, it's both me and Brandon's like check phones moment for sure.
It's the Twitter moment.
Yeah,
Big Twitter moment.
We check our phone because you can't. So the outro, we always skip the outro because we can just press R1 on the PlayStation controller to get right to the next episode. But you can't really do that easily on the intro. But yeah, there you go. You got a little bonus commentary at the end of this episode. We could have paywalled it, but we're so good looking that we didn't.
Yes. So in appreciation, please check out our Patreon. Please support the YouTube. And for those of you who are subscribed to the Patreon, once again, keep an eye out. Very soon, you will be getting those benefits, of course, on a monthly basis.
Also, feel free to message us if you have ideas for like benefits you'd want. Like if you're like, I don't want this, I want this instead. Let us know. Like
we will work with you.
We are open to feedback, and yeah, we've never done a Patreon, obviously, and we're very new to it, so we want you to feel like you're getting your money's worth.
Agreed. What is that?
Agreed. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Caribbean. Get out of here.
Thank you and goodbye. Find out next time.